There we go. Alrighty, we did it. There we go. Alright, I'm live. Let's do this. If you can hear me, guys, if someone could type in the chat, that'd be good. Oh. Hey, guys. You guys hear me okay? Alright, we've got some upgrades, guys. It's pretty nuts. So I've got my spark to 46k, and I'm going to get it to like 80 or 90k in the next day. I've made some pretty crazy upgrades. Got a nice little timeless, time lost diamond going over here. And we are closing on to 6k mana, and every boss just dies. It's great. It's glorious. I'm good, man. How are you going? I put a lot of hours in today, and I'm starting to get into the flow of things, which is good. About to hit 95 as well, which is nice. just want to get this level. Should be good. Yeah, I made a few changes to the build. I've dropped a lot of nodes at the bottom here, refined it a lot more. And I've taken some stuff over here, which we'll talk about shortly if you guys are interested. The damage is unreal now. Just try get to like 14, 15. Like, you start getting divine drops from that, all sorts of stuff. You can also farm the Trial Master. I was doing that a bit today for that shield that everyone's hyped on. I'll do a couple of those in stream once I hit 90, 95. At the end of the day, man, you just gotta play to get the money. Just gotta put the hours in. Yeah, hopefully the item I want to buy I can get on stream, and I reckon I can get around 70 to 80k spike DPS in the next few hours if it all works out the way I think it might. I think it's 48 Stark, but that doesn't include the lightning rod. It's actually wild, the damage, like absolutely wild. Alright, to be fair, this has more monster life on it. What are my goals after all Pinnacle content? Yeah, Dark Eater's outdated. I need to update it tomorrow once I get the last couple of pieces. I'm just trying to pick up an item shortly, and then we'll talk a little bit about it. So the actual, why is the pop out chat not working the way I want? There we go. I think you should replace Mana Tempest with Firewall. I've made a lot of changes, man. Like I've actually really maxed the build now. So I actually is sitting on 47k DPS, and I've dropped Fork. I'm using considered casting now. And basically you just get to a certain point in your damage where you do not need Fork anymore. If I wanted to use it for Fear, I can. But this setup is just so strong. But I've got literally like a couple of things to sort out. Just get this level and pick up a couple of pieces of gear, and I reckon I'm going to get the 70 or 80k spark DPS. And hopefully the 6k mana as well. You guys seen these jewels yet? They are pretty spicy. Not that much better than a normal jewel socket, but it is better. Considered cast will be better. 5th lane can be considered elemental focus. I've got double shock now, so this is insane. So double shock with scouring winds, and then I've also got some magnitude on a couple of jewels. So here, magnitude of shock. Picked up the magnitude here as well. So I'm getting about 30% shocks, and it's the damage is insane. Like, I killed a Citadel boss earlier today, instantly. Like, literally under, like, 2 seconds. And I reckon once I get these last couple of upgrades, I can kill the Arbiter of Ash in under 2 seconds as well. That's the plan anyway. Ooh, I think an item came out that I want to purchase. This is pretty nice. It's a lot of money. But I think I might pick it up. 15 divines. Ooh, it's close. It's close to what I want. Alright, stuff it. We're gonna do it. I can't believe this has an open suffix. I'm gonna get screwed on it, but hopefully he sells it to me. Alrighty, I am officially broke, but I got the item I was looking for. Wow, I can't believe that has an open suffix, it's mad. This is going to wreck my resists a little bit, but it's going to give me, there you go, 60k. Just one item. Crazy. This can be divined for the higher mana roll as well. I also can exalt on it. Is there any way to guarantee a better exalt than just YOLO? Probably not. I don't think there is there? It's just ALX, there's nothing for... Well, I only had prefix, so it doesn't matter. Only had suffix, doesn't matter. Well, I guess we just have to exalt it and hope that we hit something that's not bad. Oh, cold res, exactly what I needed. Amazing. Alright, then we need to buy the mana. E1, where is it? This one here. Actually, I might have one of these. No, I don't. No, I don't. Alrighty, let's get that in there. 2% maximum mana. Boom. Nice. Alright. 61.4. Exactly what I needed. Now, I think I can fix my fire pretty easily. Like, I can drop this ring here and just get fire as on the ring in the future. But I can, for now, just use Zoff on this. So, I should have a bunch of Zoff ones. Okay, not quite. Alright, let's buy a bunch of these. Alright, that's too many. I've been waiting like all day to make that upgrade, by the way. Alright, let's give me 67. That'll do for now. Alright, let's list this for something stupid. 10 divines. What do you reckon? Let's do 15. We'll see how we go. Alright, so I just put my spark to 61.4. And when I hit this level, I'm going to get it to 65. That is the plan. So basically what I figured out is I didn't have a lot of lightning or spell damage, like just flat in my build. So in order to just get massive gains from my DPS, I just needed to find lightning and spell. So I've got a few things that I'm doing. The first thing is obviously getting that spell damage on the shield's huge, as well as the +2 all spell skills. So my spark's like, what is it now, level 25. Now, I'm still only using a level 19 spark, so I can get that to 21, which is 27 overall. That's going to be crazy when I get that to 27, which I'm hoping to do this stream. And then I've got a level that's coming. So once that level comes, I'm respecking. So I'm putting it in here, one here, and I'm respecking energy shield for spell damage, spell damage. So next level is giving me 28% spell damage. So that should boost this 68, something like that. And then I also have the plus 2 levels. So I'm going to get around 80k. I'm going to get to around 80k, I reckon, real soon. And then after that, massive breach ring. And that's what we're going to just have a look at. I do reckon I'm easily going to get to 100k spark though. It's Dream Fragments, but they're quite expensive at the moment. You don't need it for the build though. Just pick up another one, a ring like this. Cast speed mana. What are the stats on the focus? Dark. My DPS is about 61k, but I have Lightning Rod as well, so that's closer to 100k. So this is the focus. So the cast speed, spell skills, mana, spell damage, yes, and then I exalted that res. I got lucky on that exalt. So it's a weapon swap into blink. So I press weapon swap, and then I can actually blink with it. The way you do that is you set up blink on the weapon set 2, and then the Archmage is just on weapon set 1. And you have spark on weapon set 1 as well. So when you weapon swap, your blink gets turned on, it turns off your Archmage, and you can dash. This is the wand. That I'm using. So I bought this before I went on vacation for 20 exalt, and then I exalted the extra lightning damage. But yeah, this cheeky node here is pretty cool. It gives 7% max mana and 12% extra lightning damage on a jewel. So 7% max mana, 12% extra lightning. It's slightly better than a normal jewel. But you do have to take these, which I think's quite strong anyway, so it's not too bad. But yeah, you get the 3 notables, and then you have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 not notables. But this costs 16 divines. So you probably can get an insane jewel for 16 divines. That's probably just as good. But I do like it because it's using a different bucket to multiply my damage rather than just getting spell damage and cast speed. I'll show you the Trial Master after after I get this level, guys. The damage in this build is just skyrocketed now. It's almost reached its final form for what I can do with the kind of money that I have. Swarmed in 15's rituals. What's your stun nodes that you've taken, man? Have you taken both of them? So these three here and these. And you also need maybe the stun charm if you've got the frozen thing over here. Otherwise, maybe your damage. Damage isn't high enough. You're not killing them quick enough before they get to you. So Dark, I have a weapon swap which takes my Archmage off and puts Blink on. Then I can blink around and then I go back to Spark. Oh, John, this version is insane. Like, the damage I have is probably about 10 times. So I have 61k tooltip here, but then I also have lightning rod, so that's like another 30-40% on top of that. Is this a boss? I'll show you the damage on a boss. Watch this. Alright, that was a tier 15 boss. Every boss in the game looks like that now, including Citadel bosses. As long as it doesn't have some stupid mod, that's the damage that this build can do now. And I'm not even done. I've got another 30% more damage to get, and I'm going to do a lot of it in the next, 30 minutes. Yeah, it's insane. After this, we're going to farm the shield, the Trial Master shield. I was doing that earlier today for profit. It's actually not better than this version, because I have the Dream Fragments. I think it's not quite as good. But we'll farm it a bit later because I can just make Divine Stream in that. I just wanted to get this level quickly. No, Jay, I'm not. And that's the thing. The next upgrade might be the Ring Belt with a Breach Ring. And I may be able to boost the damage even more. I just got to fix the resists. What am I doing? Oh, I'm just going to put the air conditioning on. It's really, really hot. Alright, air conditioning's on. I've got water as well. We're all good. I probably don't have to get up now for 2 hours. Just grind the maps. What made your damage spike so much? Do you mean like in that fight, or do you just mean like overall from like last video or whatever? Skabari Boo, I didn't farm it. I bought it before everyone knew it was that strong. Yeah, Charles, I spent like an hour figuring out what diamond jewel I wanted to get and what prices they were going for. Reformed, I have Arcane Tempo, Control Destruction, Inspiration, Acceleration, Considered Casting. So I've dropped 4, I don't need it. I've got so much damage now that I don't need it for the clear. And if I want it, I can just press Tempest to get the fork, so it's not an issue. I want to do a Simulacrum today as well, hopefully I can do it on stream. I did fail one yesterday, so hopefully I've got enough damage now. I haven't tried Arcton, but I think Spark's probably better, because that's what I see everyone using. Going the wrong way, constantly. Let me just finish this map easy and I'll have a look. I think focus is the way to go. Like the amount of damage that it gives you is insane. How do you get it on Freeze Ring? It's called Dream Fragments. I don't really know how it's farmed, but I bought it like day 2 of the league. So it's a lot more expensive now. Beezy, what's your spark damage? I've clickbaited the title because it's going to be 70k real soon. Alright, passive tree. So this is my passive tree. I'm about to spec these 2 nodes, or 3 nodes, and drop the 2 energy shield ones here when I hit the level. So I'm at 28% more damage. I've got some slightly efficient pathing going through here rather than coming around here because I've dropped these ES nodes. Everything else is pretty similar around this side. And then coming over to here, I have the Time Lost Diamond. So small skills give 1% increased max mana, and the big notables give 4% as extra lightning. So it's giving me 7% mana. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then 12% extra lightning. 1, 2, 3. It's quite strong. Not as strong as you might think, so I'm getting 4k damage, but I'm getting a bit of mana as well. But it's I think it's better than a good 4-stat jewel for now. But I like it how it's a different kind of bucket to multiply my damage, so that's why I'm keeping it for now. Lightning Rod Dark is this down here. So it says lightning damage with non-critical hits is lucky. And this doesn't show up on my tooltip. So if you have a look here, my spark does 1300 to 26,000. So what lucky does is it rolls the damage twice. So let's just say it rolls it twice and it hits like a 5,000, hits like a 20,000. It's going to take the 20,000 and that's the damage that's applied to the enemy. So it's about 50% more damage. And it doesn't show in tooltip. So it's 50% on top of this. And it's crazy. Damage feels insane. I've completely dropped PS, I don't need it. I've got so much damage, all the little mobs die instantly. And if I want to fork and chain, I can just use Tempest. But I don't really need to. It's fine. I don't use any PS now. Executive. What's the most important piece in your build? What makes damage go up really high? It's honestly extremely... You're not going to like this answer, but it's extremely like tricky in terms of what the one thing is. It's like a lot of little things, like 1% here, 2% there, that make it go so crazy. I know it's not the greatest answer in the world, so probably the best way to explain it is if you can get your mana pool quite high, it's going to give you probably the biggest amount of damage. So things like getting a 900 ES chest piece is a really good way to get high mana. So maybe that's what you should invest most of your currency in. Yeah, you can change the talent on the neck. You can change it to, you just override it. But this one costs like 1,000 exalts, the lightning rod one. So just be prepared to not be able to afford it just yet. Yeah, I know Sticks. They're dropping the amulet and they've got like, yeah, 7k mana or whatever, and they're just going full DPS. I reckon I can get this to 100k with Lightning Rod and with the Gaze. So I'm going to be somewhere in the middle, I reckon. But I don't have like stupid mirror tier gear. I'm just going to be like somewhat reasonable besides my Dream Fragments. That hit me quite hard. What's better, Fork Link or Pierce from Tree? Pierce feels good for solo target, projectiles hit twice. Yeah, Pierce is really good for single target, I would say. There was a thing that I was reading where if you use something like the Pierce support gem where it does less damage and also Fork, it can actually hit the boss, so it goes through the boss, hits it, hits the wall, comes back, and then it can hit the boss again before your projectile hits it, and it doesn't register your projectile, it just registers 50% less. It's like a 0.3 second delay between it. So that's why I dropped it completely on single target. But I think if you have the Pierce support, Pierce nodes on the tree and the annoyance, you don't have that issue because you're still doing full damage. Yeah, you probably don't need to do that then. What about your other pieces? Do you have like 150 on gloves and boots? 300 on helmet? If you want some insane damage, this focus, look at this. 61, 35. So maybe I want this for 15 divines. So something like that could be what you could pick up. That's giving me like 40% of my damage or something. Yeah, Dark, if you dropped the Dream Fragments, I reckon you could pick up most of my gear for around 100 to 150 divines. And you don't need Dream Fragments to play the build. Don't care what anyone says. Yeah, it does work. The +2, that's why I got it. It always does the ES first, Reformed. So this is how it works. It's the exact same as mine. So it's got cast speed, increased spell damage, mana, and +2 spells. What's your spark DPS? The lightning node allocation doesn't show on tooltip. What's a good ring besides Dream Fragments, assuming resistances are solved? So get a Breach ring that has like 220 mana and like 25 cast speed. And maybe even like lightning damage or spell damage. Like just go full damage on it. If you've solved resistances. Yeah, Breezy, you can change the anoint, you just override it. Yeah, I'm gonna make a video tomorrow. I've made a lot of changes, but there's just a couple more things I want to do before the video. I need to hit this level, and I need to get my spark to level 27, and then I'll make the video. I'll do it tomorrow night, so like 24 hours-ish from now. I understand everything but one thing, how you're making the currency. I mean, I made 30 divines today, so I made 20 divines farming Trial Master, which I'll do after this. I'll show you how to do that. I got a couple of raw divine drops. I got a perfect jewel drop, so that's like 3 divines. So yeah, I just playing, I guess. I have played like 15 hours today though, so maybe that's it. I wonder if we can get enough mana and mana regen to drop Everlasting Gaze. I looked at it. I reckon you can get 7 or 8k mana. So if you're comfortable sitting on 7 or 8k as your hit, sure, I reckon you could get like 200 spark, something like that. But yeah, we'll just have to see. I'm comfortable doing sort of a mid-range thing for now though. Now that I've actually like figured out how the build functions after being on it for today. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. That's for sure. I can't use Elemental Storm Salary because I've got Lightning Rod and Controlled Destruction. So it doesn't quite work for me. I don't crit. So the shield that you get from the Trial of Chaos is at the moment selling for like 5 divines. And you get it like, I don't know the drop rate, but I was getting it like every 2. So it was just like printing divines when I was doing it. What I really want to get is a level 20 gem. That's what I want to get, but I haven't got one. Yeah, no worries, man. I'm gonna make it tomorrow. I promise. I wanted to just get a few things complete now that I've figured out how I want to go about it with the ascendancy and everything's coming together. I've got the build pretty min-maxed at this point for how I can do it. I know people can do it much better than I can, but I'm pretty happy with it at this point. How much is it to run Trial Master? I think it's like 40 exalts, but you get like 1 piece back every time. So maybe 30. Again, once I get this level, I'll run it. I'll do a few and I'll show you the damage on the Trial Master and whatnot. Is Squishy on Twitch? I want to do Twitch stream, but I've been playing so much I haven't figured out how to dual stream. So I'm just going to stream on YouTube for tonight, and tomorrow I'm going to set up the dual stream for tomorrow night. So I'll be able to do on YouTube and Twitch tomorrow night. Yeah, and you've got to remember, Dark, I'm going to get that DPS to 90k, maybe 100k, and I've also got Lightning Rod, which doesn't show on tooltip, so it's probably more like 150k. So it's going to be pretty good. I've got big plans. And like I said, I think I can one-shot like all the content of the game at this point. So I think the Arbitrary Bash, after I get these gear upgrades, will die in like 2 seconds. I won't even have to fight him. And at that point, how much damage do you really need? Yeah, it does feel a little bit like that sticks. And I had the same thing with Po 1 anyway. Like, that's why I had to play SSF, because I just found it was too easy playing standard with the economy. How do I get the dex for Lightning Rod? You mean the Anoint? I don't know what you mean by the dex. Unless I'm just going mad. I have been awake for like 18 hours at this point, with 4 hours sleep last night, so maybe I'm just going insane. Just make your own build sticks. Just go make a new build, or do SSF. Like, as soon as I get bored of this, I'm going to SSF. Oh, is it a skill gem? I forgot. BZ, the Ascendancies, I use the Double Shock and the Exposure. So I've changed it to this from the Chill. It's better. Jobman, I might link you the max roll in a sec, because my skill tree is kind of optimized for endgame now, and you're not going to want to follow it. Executive, I heard it's between like 30 to 40% more, maybe 50% more, but no one's really given a definitive answer to me, so I'm just assuming it's like that. Has anyone got a level 20 skill gem drop yet? Because I still don't know how to get them. I heard it was 82 maps, but I've done a bunch and I have not got one. I might just buy one for 3 divines soon. Look, Purtle, I'll be honest with you, been a bit lazy. But I will do it tomorrow, because I've got a lot of changes that I want to add to it. And I wasn't 100% in the right headspace yesterday in terms of how I wanted the build to go. But now that I've got this the way I want it, like literally approaching 100k spark DPS, feeling tanky, feeling good, I'll make it more well-rounded. Dave, I have mana as well. Enemies have to get rid of all my mana to kill me. So they're going to go through all the ES, then all the mana. Jay, I also went on holiday for 6 days. My playtime, 4 days, 22 hours. It's still quite high, but I wasn't here for 6 days. Considering the game came out 12 days ago, it's not too bad. Yeah, I'm gonna do one tomorrow, Purtle. I've got a lot of changes that I've made, and like I'm actually happy with the build now. Like before, I was just kind of making it because I felt like people wanted to see what I was doing, but now I've locked in. I've got a lot of the gear pieces that I need and a lot of the skills where I want them. So yeah, it's gonna be a good update video. I'm keen to show everyone what I've made. Yeah, it's not. I didn't think it was that high. Like I said, I literally couldn't play for 6 days. I went on holiday from Thursday last week to Tuesday night. So I literally missed 6 days. That's why I fell off the top 10, because I couldn't play. Have you tried bot chance? Nah, I think the focus is too strong, Dave. Look at this, Dave. This is my focus. So 61k DPS, take the focus off, 35. Insane. Insanity to drop that. I have 67 fire Lima, but I'm going to fix that real soon. I can easily just replace this ring and just get fire on it. It's not going to be hard. I'll get a breach ring to do that a bit later. I might even do it later on stream. Gotta remember those sticks. Not a lot of people are going to get the build to that level of gear. Like, I guess if you say like 1% of the player base can do it, that is kind of a lot of people, but it's not like 50% of the player base is going to be able to do that. I've got a lot of friends that play this game a lot, and they're still, you know, stuck in maps. Like, they're going to have trouble with that sort of endgame content. I bought it for 15, and then I slammed the cold res. So 15 divines, and I slammed the cold res and an exalt. It's everything, man. It's the mana, the cast speed, the level of gems, the increase to lightning and spell damage. It's literally everything. Just gotta have a good balance of all those different buckets. Yeah, Jay, I had a friend who did like 200 mounts and didn't find one, and I found one today and yesterday, so it just happens. Near 93, okay, that's a bit harsh. I found 3, and I'm almost 95. $24k DPS is good, man. That's really strong. I was like 24k DPS like yesterday. I haven't done the king yet, man. I don't know how hard it is. Just do it. What's the worst thing that can happen? You'll learn a bit of the fight. Just don't die instantly. What are you going to do? Sell it? Might as well give it a shot. How do I move so fast while casting? I'm just tapping right click. I'm not actually holding it down. I'm just tapping it. I'm clicking it like every half second as I'm moving. Dikmos, or Dikmos, sorry. It's +6 spell levels, and then that's all mine has. Like literally just has that, and Sigil of Power. And if you want it to get mana on it, you can, but the mana is going to make it cost divines. So it has to have Sigil of Power as the skill it grants you. Yeah, 25k spark sounds like it'll be fine. Mostly chaos, so build's free. Yeah, there you go. How good CI. Never take it away from us, GGG. We love it. I don't think I will not play a CI build until they nerf it into the ground. Oh, what is this friggin' map? Is PS good for boss, or should I switch? If it's the PS gem, I'd switch it for considered casting. If it's just the anoint and jewels, then you're fine. Don't worry about it. It'll go through, it'll be fine. I don't think auto hotkey is allowed, but I mean, how are they gonna know? How's that going, GB? How much spark DPS and ES? Sorry, how much spark DPS and mana do you have? And how do you feel like the survivability is? Because I am interested. 40k damage with survivability seems fine. 5k mana, 1k regen. Yeah, I'd expect the damage to be higher than that. Like if you're just literally locking out ES completely. Or what have you got in your amulet? Like what did you actually replace the gaze with? So I wouldn't be comfortable playing on 5k mana as my entire life. Cool. Alright, can we get this stupid level already? So I can do some other content. Oh, I'm just going to spam Trial Master. I might start buying those fragments actually for you guys so we can do that in a sec. Undercut, let's go. Save me that one exalt. Two spell, ink mana, max mana, cast speed, spirit almost focus bound, pour, 2+ spell. Yeah, okay, that's pretty cool. Why do you reckon your DPS is only 40k? Aren't people getting like 150? Or you just haven't quite put the currency to put in it yet? It's the same, man. It doesn't make a difference. I'm casting a spell, so it scales it the same. Which rune is better for focus? I've got the mana on mine. 2% max mana. Yeah, fair enough. Far out, I don't want to do a noob map. I guess I'm going to have to. Alright, we'll do this, we'll go to the tower. How does this compare to Captain Lance's build? So, I know Lance has swapped to the new Trial Master shield. And I did try it. And it didn't give me as much damage. But that's probably because I have Dream Fragments. And I think he has lost a lot of block doing that. So, I don't know. I feel like at this point, because I've got Lightning Rod, my build's got a bit more investment than he has. But, you know, Lance is a really, really smart guy. I'm sure he's got admin max to a certain degree as well. There's probably a couple of extra things he has in there that's just making it more survivable or something like that. I haven't tried the shield variant, so I'm not too sure. Yeah, it's not as good as you think. It's not as good as you think. I literally tried it this morning. I farmed myself one. I made myself one. And it just didn't give me as much damage. And I just was like, okay, I'm just going to pivot 100% into the focus. And I'm going to farm them and sell them to everyone that wants to do it. So that's, yeah, I think it's actually very overrated. Unless you have like the 650% like god tier roll one, which gives you 46% more mana. It's not 1500 mana. I tried it. It gave me like 200 mana. And I lost like 600 ES when I did it. But don't forget I have Dream Fragments. I'm already getting mana, so it's not as effective for me. Yeah, that's fair enough, man. Well, that's the beauty thing about this game. You can choose what you want to do. If you want to just do a ton more damage and not have as much survivability, you can do that. You don't have to play it the exact same like in other games. That's what I love about this game. Like when I first started, I decided to go for like as high as ES as I could. I had like 17k ES, but I had no damage. But that's because I didn't know what the boss mechanics were going to be like. I thought it was going to be harder. And I could just, you know, outlast the fight. But then when I found out that you can just do a lot of damage and the bosses aren't that strong, I've changed to this. So I've got a lot more damage now. How much is an uncorrupted Trial Master shield at the moment? That is the question. It's actually worth me farming them after this. So I don't feel like mapping after hitting 95. I want a bit of a break. Oh, the dead end zone. Sick. I might try craft my own breach ring, by the way, so I might do that a bit later. If I can get like 5 to 10 divines, I'll craft my own. See if we can make something that's perfect for the build. Right, I'm not staying in this stupid map. It's just the never sync filter, man. Just type never sync pro 2 in Google. It's just using that one. Alright, someone wanted to look at a few things. So someone wanted to look at the focus. Here's the focus. So I just bought it on stream at the start. I bought it without the cold res, so I just had that open for 15 divines, and then I YOLO exalted the cold res on it, which is what I needed. So that was very lucky. But it's not the best one. I've seen better ones. But this is what I'm choosing to do. That is a big life roll. What the? What an interesting. Okay, it's got the double. Fair enough. I reckon that'll go for maybe 2 divines. That'll be funny. Alright, can we get a plus gem? Oh, I need to make some more maps. I didn't want to do that. Foul orbs, no. Hey, I got one. Good. Oh, no, I didn't. It went down. I'm not happy about that. Really? How do I not have a tier 16 right now? That is so annoying. Really? I'm gonna keep doing it. Are you kidding me? I'm getting scammed. Getting absolutely scammed. I don't know if I'm losing my mind or I'm just not getting tier 16s. This is actually ridiculous. Unless I'm doing something that I'm not supposed to. There we go. Okay, that's insane how long that took. That's absolutely ridiculous. Alright, let's get this level. Oh, I can't even use it yet. Sick. Good job, idiot. Alrighty. Let's just go to the tower. Let's go to the tower, come back around. Yeah, that took way too long. I hate rolling maps. Luckily this build doesn't have any mods it can't do. Whereas in Po 1 doing that, having to use regex and stuff, like, oh, nightmare. I don't think it matters. But I just do 15s usually, sometimes 14s, but I've got so many 15s now, it doesn't really matter. Ow. Desmond, do you have a flask that does damage to you? Check your flask, mate. Yeah, it's pretty crap for farming, but it still gives XP. So I just run up with tier 15s. I've got so many spares. 19, why you do this? Of course, I've gone the wrong way. I swear, I've done this. It's not too much marrying today, it's just a blur. That's why I want to hit this level and just not have to do it for a bit. Do some trial master stuff. Do you have it, Desmond? What does it say? What does it say on the flask, man? Does it say it does 15% damage? It's been getting people. The damn flask. Desmond. Don't worry, don't feel too bad, man. A lot of people have done it. Just don't tell your buddy. Just say you didn't. You don't know. Just it must have been a glitch. Stop doing it now. Don't know. No one else has to know. Hey Homek, glad you're enjoying it, mate. I've played a lot today and I min-maxed it quite a bit. I've done a few interesting things that have helped the DPS a lot. And I'm going to get over 100k by tomorrow, I reckon. Well, I don't know. If I get the video out, I reckon it might be 85 to 90. We'll see how much the plus spark gem actually gives me. I've still got plus 2 of those levels to get. So yeah, basically I've got the level now, which is going to give me hopefully 70. And then plus 2 spark. Hopefully that gives me like 85. They'll be happy. And then anything else is just going to be money. So like breach ring upgrade. Maybe figure out how to stick the ingenuity belt in. I don't know, we'll see. I reckon I can get over 100k though, with everlasting goes. Yeah, Desmond, I was at 100 and 106 before I released the video. So it's been pretty crazy getting all that. That hurt more than I wanted it to. One day I'm going to look at a gem and it's going to say 20. I just might get it, Nick, in the future. I don't know. I think I've got a way to fit it in with Dream Fragments. I'm just going to have to get res on like dual res on my boots, dual res on my gloves. It's going to be a lot. But I reckon, I don't know, give me like a week and I've got like 300 divines to throw at something. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do, Nick. That's what I'm thinking. But I don't know yet. I might get bored. Like I don't usually like mapping for like I'm doing now for longer than a few days. Like if I do this for 2 weeks, I'm gonna go mad. So we'll see. The streaming might help, but then again, this is probably quite boring for you guys as well. Level, please. Nah, SSF's gonna be good. I'm gonna play it and I get bored of this. Why can't I get this level in this map? I have to do another one. I'm determined. Try some farms. Yeah, but then I gotta record data. There's no tools that... Well, there probably is tools that do it. Alright, I'm just going to do another map to stuff it. Yeah, I can. It's not great though. It's literally just +6 spell and sigil of power. It's awful. I just don't want to spend a divine. That's all it is. +6 power, like a little bit of mana. It's crap. I literally found it as a drop. Alright, we're going to put the tier 16 and I think I have it next. And maybe I can actually get the gem. The dream. Just as I level. And then we'll do some trial master stuff. They're not that expensive, I don't think. It's the +6 on its own. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe they're like a divine now. Alright, 95. Easy. Yeah, I do swap the curse points when I open swap. That's why I have like a negative 65 curse. Everyone just hate this lever on this map. Turn that off. Yeah, I had a look at it today, Jay. I watched Grimro's video and I tried to figure out a way to fit it in. And I was like, you know what? I don't think you actually need it. Like, you're sacrificing quite a bit. What I was going to do is I was going to get the time jewel, this one here. Because you can get one that says notable passives grant like 15 spirit. Then I was going to get 60 spirit that way, like 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how I was going to go about doing it, so I wouldn't have to replace the chest. But then I had a look at it, and I was like, the damage I have is insane. You don't need more damage, it's fine. And can you imagine how hard it is going to be to actually, to get like your average player to figure out how to set that up? It's going to just be like the worst. Like, it's such a niche endgame min-max. That it's cool, but you know, I don't know. It seemed like a lot of effort just for a bit of a meme. Just go play Grimoire as one if you want that build, I guess. I'll show you in a sec, Tron. Just remind me when I'm in town. Yeah, Mulligan's right. I literally just found it. You don't really need it to be +6. Because I did just go from like 14 more to 15 more. So you have, instead of 56, you have 60 more damage. I guess it's 4 more, but it's really, I don't care enough at the moment. Mr. Karski, I'm using a weapon swap, so I don't have Archmage on when I have my staff out, and when I cast Spark it goes back to normal. Alright, no gem. Alright, let's do this respec. Right, I lied, it's only 63. Don't tell anyone. But it will be 80. Something like that. We'll figure it out. I reckon I could do it now, Sent. I'm gonna try it later. Not just yet, but soon. I reckon I could do it. Alright, let's have a little look at how much the shield's going for, and if it's going for a little bit, I'll farm it for a bit on stream. And I can showcase a bit of the build at the same time. Alright guys, what's the shield called again? Anyone remember how to spell it? I'm just using Never Sinks filter, yeah. Alright. It is worth, uncorrupted. Yeah, 3 or 4 divines, I guess. Maybe 3 divines. Not as much as I thought. What if I had a 5? Yeah, whatever. We're gonna do it anyway. Let me just clean my inventory a bit, and then we'll go do it. I'll show you guys a few things with the build. See, I get really messy when I play, but I eventually come back and clean it up, you know. Alrighty, let's go. Let's try it. Let's show you the damage and what we can do. The biggest damage boost is probably the focus. So I go from 63 to 37 with that focus. So you got +2 all spells, cast speed, mana, and spell damage. I don't like any of these. These are crap. What? That's the worst 3 I've ever seen. What are you spammers? Spam, right? I really just go the wrong way. What's wrong with me? There you go. Yeah, I thought it would be more than that, but it will be over 70 when I get the spark gems in a sec. But yeah, that doesn't include our lightning rod. Uh-oh. Yeah, it's like 4 seconds the duration. Maybe I should stand in the circle instead of running around like an idiot. So it's 63k, but I have lightning rod, so it's probably closer to 100k. And you'll see the damage in a sec when I do these bosses. It's absurd. Yeah, you're right, it is. Until you get Tornado Bird, you have to run around like a madman. But I should be able to phase him before he tornadoes now. This is some crap. Where's my extra chaos? That's what I want. How many exalts would I send in builders? I would say it's 250 divines for this setup that I have right now. Yeah, I'm gonna drop a video tomorrow sent, and I'm just gonna go over everything in detail because I've made so many changes at this point, even from yesterday's video. There's been so many changes today. I shouldn't have made yesterday's video. I needed some more time to actually have a think about what I wanted to do. But it is what it is. What did I just do? Yeah, you don't need the ring though, to be fair, but yeah, I guess I do have it, so you can count it and how much it costs. Yeah, that's the thing, because I had such a big break because I was on holiday. I came back, I had like 8 hours, and then I was like, this is what I'm going to do. And looking back, it was just silly. Like, I should have just waited. But I also wanted to do the stream last night. So I was like, alright, I can do a video and shout the stream out as well. What have I done wrong? What's going on? Have I broken it? Did I break the game? Oh no, I haven't done the soul core. I missed one. Wow. I'm reading chat, that's the problem. I gotta get better at reading and playing at the same time. Can this go up? Alright. This is bugged. Is this a restart? Is this a restart? I think I broke it. Alright. This is ridiculous. Alright. I guess we're restarting. What am I supposed to do? At least it only cost one of those stupid tokens I got 1 million of. But that was the run. That could have been the run where I got the shield and I hit 3 sockets on it. But no. Nope, didn't fix it. Thought that might fix it. That's ridiculous. Thinks your game. Can I go up another elevator? I don't know. Could I? I'm not running through the whole thing again. I'm just gonna start again. I think it was just bugged. Hi Mac, you can do this. So if you go to your skills, you can select Archmage and make it on weapon set 1, and you can select Blink and make it on weapon set 2, and you can select Spark and make it on weapon set 1. So when I'm mapping, I can run around, I can weapon swap, and I can blink. And as soon as I cast Spark, it'll come back to normal. I just basically take the curse nodes. So I drop these lightning nodes, these damage nodes, these stun nodes. Probably shouldn't drop these, but whatever. And I just get these curse nodes. That's it. That's all it is. Yeah, well, I'm not happy with these choices. I've got to stop blinking because I feel like I'm going to break it again. This phase feels like it takes 5 minutes. Arcane Tempo, Control Destruction, Inspiration, Acceleration, considered casting, and I would do it in that order as well. Okay, these are some ridiculous ones. Just don't understand. So unlucky. don't need inspiration until you use Archmage. Just playing the game, man. Joe, just playing. I'm not really doing anything particular. I mean, I farmed one of these shields today and sold it for 15 div. And I farmed another one and sold it without crafting it for 5 div. So that's 20 div. And just crafting pieces here and there as well. Oh, boss. Oh, boss dead. Yeah, well, I've been playing like 20 hours a day, so, you know, I'm going to make currency just doing that. I think it's got to be more than a mil. I think it was a mil before. Maybe it was like 600k before. I don't know. Whatever. Things are dying. That's the main thing. Good question. So I literally played like 18-20 hours a day for the first 4 days. Then I went on holiday and reset my sleep. And I got back from holiday and I played 20 hours yesterday. So at the moment, I don't know. I'm feeling fine. But I was thinking of going to bed before. And I was like, nah, I want to do the stream. So I want to do my 3 hours stream. And then I'll go to bed after. Be careful with your health. Yeah, I'm alright. I used to do a lot worse when I was younger. And it's not like I do it all the time now. Just like doing it on Pro Leagues. But I'll go to sleep at like 12:30 tonight. It's 11 o'clock PM for me now. Probably go to bed around 12:30. And then I'll just sleep in the morning. I've just been waking up quite early because I went on holiday and I got a bit of jet lag because the other side of Australia is 3 hours difference. So I was waking up at 9, but that's 6 for me. So it kind of stopped me up. So the next couple of days will be back to normal. I don't need to play 20 hours a day. I just, nothing better to do at the moment. I'm on school holidays, so just kind of waiting for Christmas. Maybe. I might do a new build. Might do SSF. Might see how far I can do this in SSF, because I reckon you could do quite a good effort with it. More resists. I want to do more resists, but I will. Oh, Tornado Bird. My favourite. Let's see if I can skip the phase. No, damn it. Oh no, did it, good. Thought, I've actually got quite a bit of boss damage reduction, so I was a bit worried. What do you want on your jewels? It depends what you're doing. Are you still doing the pierce? Because if that's the case, you want pierce chance, and then either projectile damage or maybe projectile speed. If you're doing the one with the fork, you're gonna want like ES, like max ES and ES faster, and skill duration. So it just kind of depends which one you're running. Alright, how many more floors have I got? Or rooms, rather. Alright. This one's normally pretty easy. I find the tornado bird can be tricky if you don't skip it and you don't have blink set up. I normally just sit in this corner. Go on, land. Land? There we go. Oh, come on. What a scam. Well, it's going this way anyway. Alright, Trial Master. Find these rewards are crap. You never get anything good. They really need to buff these. we gonna get lucky? Yes, we are. Alrighty. Do we figure out how much they were going for? So non-corrupted with a crap roll, like 3 divines. $500 plus, it's 4 divines. So let's see. Is it gonna be crap? Crap. God damn it. Very, very messy. You can message me in game, Jay. It's fine. I almost just want to sell it for 3 divines and be boring because I'm poor and I can upgrade my thing. So I'm not gonna do anything except that for now. It is 500 base though, so maybe it'll go for 4. Let's have a look. It's just squishy with 2 wires, Joe. Squishy with 2 wires. Might have to add me as a friend or something, I don't know. It should work. What's your end game? I'll message you. Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's pretty nice. I don't know. It's probably a bit 50-50 on that one. Because what? It's going to give you 20%. So you're going to get 250. That's going to give you 20 mana. Or 2%. Now 2%'s better. 2% gives you like 60. I would do the mana percent like I have. Yeah. It's nice though. It's a nice shield. 196 mana is huge. 898. Alright, should we do another Trial Master or should we just do some more maps? What are we feeling, guys? I do kind of feel like doing all this mapping. +3 amulet? Oh, sounds good. But I like my everlasting gaze. And I've anointed lightning rod, so I wouldn't personally change, but if you want to just go all out on damage, I don't see why you couldn't. I need to start hitting some tier 16s. This is not great. I need to buy like, let me just, whoops, that's not the right tab. What's it called? Cremation. Sacrifice 20x to receive double. It just sold us for 19x. That'd be funny. Is there any way to turn your mic up? I have you at max volume. I could just like not talk away from it. Is that a bit better? Otherwise, I can boost it in my sound settings. Just give me 1 sec. Input. Alright, is that a bit better? Or is that too loud? Put that there. Is that better? Hopefully that's better. Not much better. Oh no. Oh, sorry guys. Sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Is 90 good? Or do you want it a bit less? I'll do 85. Look, I've got my air conditioning on and it's too hot. So, alright, well let me know if you need it a bit higher, and sorry about that, I did not mean to blast all your ears. I can't actually listen to it myself because then it's going to reverb and be even more annoying. Hey, at least you're awake now, Dark. At least you're awake. As I did it, I was like, that's probably not great. Actually, give me 1 sec. I might be able to fix it. To be honest, at this point, it's probably my my PC fan. Path of Exile is just destroying my computer. Can I just get 116? Or is it too loud? Do you want me to go back to 80? Shouldn't have touched the settings. Now everyone's not sure. Alright, I'll leave it like this for now. And we'll see how we go. Okay. Yeah, the AC just stuffs everything up. That's what the video yesterday was so crap. Like just the video just straight had the AC on and I didn't realize till after. I was like, that's not good. Can I get a tier 16? There we go. How are these so rare? I swear they weren't this rare before. I'm just gonna stop running them at this point. I've allocated lightning rod. Yeah, I will listen back at the end. Sorry if I stuffed your settings up. Sounded like you had it pretty much how you wanted it. Well, the plan tomorrow will be to do the video on updating all the gear. I'll go over it in like proper detail. And then I'm going to stream on YouTube and Twitch. That is the plan for tomorrow. Now, I don't know what the actual goal is going to be in terms of what I'm grinding for, but I'm sure tomorrow I'll figure it out during the day. Definitely need the plus 2 spark, so that's just happening. I thought I would get it sooner than this, but that's alright. I'll definitely get it tomorrow, or I'll just buy it. And then I'm probably going to do the breach ring and maybe transition into the belt as well, but we'll see. Has anyone actually bothered to buy Dream Fragments at like 100 divines in the stream? Or is everyone just like, that's just too much, let's just do the walk around with the other rings? Yeah, that's what I figured. I don't think I would bother if it was that expensive. Yeah, the immune to chill is probably the nicest thing about it, like not having to worry about standing in any chill ground. The freeze you can probably get around with a few other things, but the chill is hard to figure out. Alright, I got a fun little game for everyone. Let's type in how much we've spent on our character, what level we are, how much we've spent on our character, and our mana, ES, and DPS. So I'll do it in the chat first, and we'll figure it out. So this is the format. So something like that. Let's just see if someone spent like 1,000 divines and just has like 5k DPS. It's basically what we're gonna do, and then we can all delve into it. I guess you could say lightning rod as well if you do have it. TPS 0. That's amazing. But you're in SSF, so you know, you're just playing a different game to everyone else. And if anyone says anything, you just say, but I'm SSF, so it's fine. Nice, nice, nice. See, 31k DPS on 50 div is quite respectable. Like, that's like a good, like, it's a good place to be. SSF is based, and I can't wait to start playing it again. I love it. See, as well, like, Philip spent 250x, which is what, like, 5 divines, 15k DPS, 3.5k ES, 3.9k. Like, that's some good numbers for that amount of exalts. It's quite efficient in terms of what you're getting value, even with the prices of a lot of things going up so much. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, to be fair, I've spent a lot of my items on X as well. I say 250 div just because that's kind of what everything's worth now, but I probably haven't spent that much. Like, I bought my Dream Fragments for 20x, which is equivalent to probably like 2 divines at the start of the game. So I just calculated everything of what it's probably worth now. But still, it's good to just see a couple of numbers. Alright, can I explain weapon swap points? So you just, when you're in your passive tree, you can select the weapon set 1 points and you click them. So I've got the damage here and the damage here. And then the weapon set 2 points, I've got the curse nodes here. So you have to unspec like 15 nodes or whatever before you do that for it to work. And you show weapon, that's my weapon. I bought it for 20x and then I slammed extra lightning damage on it before, this is before last week. This was like 7 days ago. Yeah, so when you curse, instead of it doing like 35%, it does like 70. Yeah, exactly, X div. And at the start as well, like X was basically divine. It's like 5 to 8 exalts was like a divine. What was that? Keeping that, just if I don't have one. Alright, do I have any other tier 16s, or am I just never going to have tier 16s again? Well, I don't need it for this one anyway. It's +6. +6 to all spells. I mean, that's the beauty of being first dark. It kind of sucked that I went on holiday for 6 days and came back to an economy where divines before I left were like 7 to 1. And then when I came back, they were 70 to 1. And I had 1 divine. So, you know, missing all that was good fun. But it doesn't matter too much. Dukes, my tree's a bit different. I've min-maxed it a bit now, so it's not quite the same as the max roll one. But I'll go over it in detail tomorrow in the video, and I'll update the max roll one as well. But you won't need to worry about my one for a while. Like it's very, very endgame setup now. The ring's kind of always been worth a mirror, or like 100 divine. I don't actually know how much mirror is, but it's always, people have been trying to buy them and sell them for mirrors. I actually found my Everlasting Gaze and I did it, and it was 30%. That was pretty fun. Then I gave my old one to my mate, who was playing the same build at the time. The divines are just crazy. Hey, divine. Yeah, Fork's quite good for the clear. You eventually get to a point where your damage is so good you don't even need Fork though, and if you want the clear you can just use the Tempest. But Fork is definitely good. Appreciate it, Jordan. I don't even know if I can have Prime subs on Twitch. I'll have to have a look. I probably need to be like a partner and stuff. But yeah, we'll see how we go. I'll try it tomorrow and we'll see if we can go on Twitch. I don't expect to have many viewers though, because I don't have the subscriber base like I do here. That's okay. Maybe a few of you can have both streams up for me. To be honest, executive, I'd probably say spell damage. But I guess it kind of depends. It's probably pretty close when you have enough spell and lightning damage. You probably might want to do the other one. But I think spell damage might be better for mine at the moment. That's why I got it on the focus, because I felt like I was really lacking spell damage. And why I respec these start nodes to get the spell damage. Just really didn't have a lot. I've only got 23 on my wand cast speed. Yeah, I've really got to spend like an hour tomorrow not playing and just sorting out Twitch and sorting out YouTube and spending like an hour making the video. I don't know, Troy. I found 3 and I kind of just been trying to go as far out from the start as I can. But I don't know. Don't really know the best way to do it, to be honest. You don't think critical spark is good? What do you mean critical spark? Thoughts on getting critical hits on spark? What do you mean? What do you guys mean? I've got lightning rod, I can't do it. Do you mean like you don't have lightning rod? If you don't have lightning rod, it's great. Yeah, I have a Twitter, but the problem is it was from my Counter-Strike days and I have like 400 followers, so I'll have to make a new one for this. So I will sort that out as well. I literally spend like an hour tomorrow sorting some things out. Yeah, instead of lightning rod, going for crits. Probably. I mean, I would like it because I've got 80% crit hit chance on my wand. It's probably a pretty good way to do it. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a way to do it. I just guess I've already kind of committed down this pathway. But there is some nice little crit nodes you can pick up. Like, I guess that one's all good. There was a few when I was looking. But again, it's just a matter of what are you sacrificing to gain crit. If you're going to have to pick up those crit nodes, or are you saying don't get crit nodes and just get chance? It's probably just like a couple of percentages here and there solidly. Like there'll be like, maybe my chest piece is 2% better. I've got a jewel that you probably don't have that gives me 300 mana. And there's probably just like a lot of little things like that. It just min-max the build in a way that you probably haven't at the moment. Maybe because you just don't quite have the gear I have, even though you might think you do. Yeah, I think it definitely could be a viable setup endgame. And you could anoint something else as well. But lucky non-crit is just so powerful if you think about what it does. Like you are sacrificing that at the end of the day. And like, can you get, how much crit can you get? Can you get like 40%? Or can you get like 80%? That's the question. What are you taking from each tree mix? What are you taking from his and what are you taking from mine? Because he's got the shield nodes. So you're just kind of doing his version? Like what are you actually taking specifically from each one? It's called Second Wind Acrid. Yeah, was thinking of doing the shield, but at the end of the day, when I started looking at the numbers and the focus, I was like, I guess you can have 50% block or you can have double damage. And I wanted double damage. And a lot of the attacks that the big bosses hit you with, you can't block anyway. How much is simulacrums at the moment? Should I try one? Or are they like 4 divines? What do you mean mapping without shield feels horrible? Like, I map it all the time without shield. Nothing even gets close. It just dies. Maybe simulacrum without shield sucks. I could be on board with that one. But general mapping is so easy. That thing's not fun. Thanks, Nicholas. So I'm actually a IT teacher. So I teach like computer science, but I'm also a PE teacher. So my major in university was PE and IT, and my minor was IT. But at the moment, I'm an IT teacher. I do a little bit of PE, but most of it is IT. Hussein, I may use it. Yeah, I may use the belt, the Ingenuity belt. I'm thinking about it, but it's going to be hard for me to fix my reses. Ket, I'm using weapon swap on my mouse. And yeah, it's fine. You get used to it pretty quickly. Thanks, Nick. Your cast speed looks satisfying as fuck. Well, I've actually got the considered casting, so it's 0.23, and without the considered casting, 0.9. But obviously the DPS number is quite nice. Oh, I gotta hit that with an exalt, surely. Cold damage. Yeah, I'll look at it later. Great as Jeweler's Orb. How much are these going for now? $38, $39. Sure. What link did you remove for considered casting? I removed fork. I don't need it anymore. If I feel like I can't clear, I'll just pop Tempest quickly, because that gives me built-in fork and chain. But I have so much damage now, any mob I hit just dies. So it doesn't matter, I don't need it. Maybe I'll need it in Simulacrum. Well, I was going to check how much they were. $288, it's like 5 div, or 4 div. I want to buy this crap shield for 3 divines. You think you get Spirit to bring clarity? Yeah, you can get Spirit, Dave. You just, I don't know, there's a few ways to do it. You can get it on the chest piece. You can get it on one of these jewels. I think they're like 20 divines without, like, just with Spirit and like some dump stat. But I don't think it's quite worth it. I think this one's worth it, but it's, I don't know, it's probably slightly better than a 4 mod good jewel, like with spell damage, cast speed, and like 2 other good, like literally 4 good stats. Yeah, they're not bad. You can get them for like 15 divines. It's not as good as it looks though. It's literally 7% increase max mana and 12% gain as lightning. That's nice, but it's not the be all and end all. Like, it's only giving me 3k damage. And like, if I got a jewel that had cast speed and spell damage, it would be pretty decent. So, you know, it's not the be all and end all. What do you have on Blink to make it instant recharge? I'm using Ingenuity and Second Wind on my Blink. What are the most important sources of damage outside of Wand/Focus? Like, literally getting cast speed and mana. So cast speed, you need like a good base amount. So if you have it on like the amulet, the ring, the weapon, the shield, that's like, let's just say 60, let's just say 70%. Then when you get the more modifier from the Arcane Surge effect, so there's more cast speed, it'll scale off that 70% base that you have there. So I would say cast speed, mana is the next thing after the focus. Well, I should show you guys how to do a bag. I've got enough gold to do one. I know I did one yesterday, but I can do a full ring bag. Yeah, my belt just has mana and res. I don't have any supports in Sigil of Power. What do you reckon my chances of doing Simulacrum is? Did I have any lucky drops this session? Do you mean like today? Like just in the stream? I got the shield from the Trial Master, so that was 3 divines. I got a divine drop, that's 4 divines. I think that's about it in the 2 hours, nothing too crazy. Hey Alex. Did you come to a conclusion on which the 4 sensitivity nodes you're using? Yep. So double shock, so strike twice, and scaring winds. I didn't realize it's actually lowered their resistance below negative, so it's actually insane. And the double shock's crazy. I actually have some shock magnitude. So I've got some on this jewel here, shock magnitude, and then I've got this node here, which does 30% magnitude, and it gives me 29% shocks. So I might get a little bit more and get like 76 or something. But it's definitely the strongest one. The strike twice, and then this is also very good. Yeah, I don't even think it's close anymore. I think it's literally just shock and exposure. Like I kind of rushed that video. I should have given it another day, but like I said, it is what it is. I'll make one tomorrow and clarify all the changes because I've made quite a few since the video. Can you show us what mods you have in your mana flask? Yeah, I don't really have the greatest mods, so I don't even have a quality. I'd like never use my mana flask. It probably should be like instant applied. That would probably be the best. When are you going to get the mana flask unique? Does it mana flask unique? I didn't even know that. No, it's 29 divines. Excess life recovery added as guard for 10 seconds. Okay. Interesting. So is there a mana one as well? It's just the life one. Oh, the ultimate mana flask. Here we go. Effect is not removed when unreserved mana is filled. Increased duration. Every 3 seconds, your effect deal 50% of mana spent in those seconds as chaos damage to enemies within 3 meters. Yeah, that's pretty insane. But there's only 3 of them on the market. The cheapest one's 75 divines. It is kind of crazy. Yeah. Sorry, I'm reading it. Yeah, it's good, but it's 70 divines. Yeah, I'd say the 16k ES one tie is more tanky, but like this has 10 times the damage, so can't really compete. Yeah, Alex, I'm planning to do a little bit of work on the guide. I'm going to do an update video and I'm going to sort out Twitch tomorrow. That's my 3 lists of jobs that I've written down on a piece of paper that I'm going to do and not play Path of Exile. So I'm going to do that instead tomorrow. And then I'll try to stream around the same time tomorrow for 3 hours. That is the plan. I'll stream for another 30 minutes or so. Get to 3 hours. Have a good sleep. And then I'll get up in the morning and start figuring out those few things. I mean, it's better, but again, it's just up to what you've got in terms of your gear progression. So the max roll guide, the PS stuff is still very, very strong for what it does. Like, if I had to start again on a new character and I had, like, you know, had 100 exalts, let's say, definitely go with that one. But if you have like 250 divines and you're really starting to get into the end game, that's when you're kind of pushing into what I'm doing now on the build. But I do need to refine the max roll guard a little bit because it's a bit wonky. Max roll is just really annoying to use. Can you show us your ring and what is the priority stats? My ring is just a filler. It's just literally res, mana, and cast speed. And they're all on stream fragments. So I want to get a breach ring that has like 250 mana on this and cast speed. I'll try craft one soon. Hey Keva. Yeah, lightning damage is good too. So you can somehow get it. I could be completely wrong, but to me, lightning damage and spell damage is the same. But I could be wrong. Yeah, fan, I definitely think it's worth the swap. Well, now that you're at the gaze, Alex, you should be able to pick up a few things just to make it work. The gaze is the hardest thing to get. It's probably the only real bottleneck to the build if you're going to go this version. I'm level 95. My everlasting gaze up. What do you mean? Link mana flask. Okay, there's mana flask that I never use. It's crap. Yeah, pretty much. It's 30. The only thing it doesn't have max is the mana regen rate. It's 26 out of 30, but I don't care. Could you please showcase ES/mana pool without amulet? Okay, ready? ES. No amulet. No ES. Mana doesn't get affected too much by it. It's like 90. But yeah, there's all the ES. I hate burning granny dodging it as well. I don't know, I don't really notice it too much. I kind of just avoid it when I can. I'm using blink, so I weapon swap and I can blink. you think you'll ever replace Dream Fragment? I don't know. Like, I guess in theory, if I could hit 2 massive breach rings, maybe, but the cannot be chilled so nice. I don't want a map 30% chill. Well, I think even with the whatever the belt's called, the Ingenuity, whatever it's called, it's too late. I think that's still really good with Dream Fragments. I might upgrade my Dream Fragments to one that's not corrupted, because that pisses me off. Oh, it buzzed. Oh, someone's just selling a shell for 140 divine. Very cool. Someone's definitely going to buy that. Morton, yeah, I made a lot of changes. I can't really go over all of them right now, but I'm going to drop a video tomorrow, and I'm just going to list all the changes I've made. I've got a lot more tooltip. Well, and just general, my damage is insane now. Like, every boss dies in 2 seconds. And I still got a bit more to push as well. Alright. It has to go through my mana as well, Dano. This is just like first layer of defense. The mana regens as well, so it's a lot harder to kill me. So it's the ES plus the mana is my effective health. So this is hurting. This is a crap map though. What have we even got? Extra fire. That's all it's really got. Feels like it hurts a lot more than that. Atlas passes Fate seconds. Okay. So I got that. I've done a bit of respecking at the bottom here too. When you can sustain it and your mana doesn't go down too much. Any tips to make currency? I can't keep up with inflation. Our trial is good. Trials are okay. I would just do tier 16s. Blast tier 16s. Or tier 15s. Just be kind of smart what you're buying. Like, don't just get 5 divines and buy an item. Like, buy an item that you know that you're just going to keep forever. If you're not playing too much. I'm level 95. Oh, Atlas passives. It's late. I'm sorry. I'll show you in a sec. swear I even look at a rare now and it just explodes. It's so much damage. Yeah, I'll show Ascendancy and Atlas passives after the map. Ah, zone's so bright, hurts my eyes. Alright, Ascendancy tree. So, arcane stuff, double shock, exposure. That is, I think, the strongest setup. Maybe you could do elemental storms if you had crit, but for my build I don't crit, so that's the best. Passives, I haven't really changed these since like day one. This is what I have. So we got increase rare monsters, rare monsters are duplicate, or one rare mob is duplicated. I don't know how strong this is, you probably don't need it anymore. Then we have quantity of precursor tablets, increased number of monster packs, waystones, quant rarity, magic rare chests, and then explicit modifiers, waystones, and then deadly evolution. Probably could drop all this if I wanted to. Don't know what for though. I don't really know what's. Maybe this, I guess. More effect. That sounds like it could be good. Just making the maps harder. I don't know. Yeah, I dropped the chill. I kill everything instantly now. Doesn't even matter. I was like, chill might be good because it would slow everything down. I won't die as quick. And then I just realized I can just do way more damage and everything dies instantly. But that's on me. I should have played more before I made a video. But oh well. Yeah, I know. The problem was I was rushed because I was on holiday for 6 days and I had all this hype from the videos. So I was like, I better make something when I get back. But I only spent about 8 hours playing. I really didn't get my brain wrapped around a lot of the stuff that I wanted to do. Whereas I played like another 20 hours since then. And I've got a really good grasp on the direction I want to build and what I think is the strongest for kind of my budget and my game style. So it's a lot more, I guess, makes a lot more sense in my head now. Whereas before I was like, this is probably good and I'm testing it. To be fair, I did say I was testing a lot of stuff in the video, so it's not generally all my fault. But yeah, I should have just chilled out a bit. Probably waited another day to make the video. That's okay. Don't think anyone was harmed in the making of the video, so it should be fine. I got about 20 more minutes, guys. If you have any questions before I head off until this time tomorrow, ask away. If I'm going to show you anything or try my best to answer any questions you might have, I can do that. Want to show us your face? Not yet. I can't be bothered setting up the webcam. But I really don't have a problem with any of that stuff. I mean, I used to play competitive Counter-Strike. I used to be on streams and stuff, so yeah, it's not really a big deal. Can you explain the difference between added spell damage and gain damage as extra? How does it scale? Is there any difference? How's the best way to explain this? So, if we have like no sources of like damage, or like no sources of other damage, we just take like 10% spell damage and like 10% or 4% gain. Literally, it's what it's going to do is the 10% spell damage percent, so something like this lightning damage here. Let's just say it was 10%. It's just going to times my damage by 1.1. Okay? Now, the gain is going to do the same thing, but it's a different kind of pool. So it multiplies it together. So the gain will be like times 1.04. It'd be easier if I had a calculator here. But it's both happening at the same time. So you've got your 1.1 times your 1.04, and that's giving you your damage. Rather than just focusing on one, you're focusing on two different buckets, and that's increasing your damage. And that's how you have to look at building damage in this game. You've got your bucket of lightning / spell damage, you've got your gain, you've got your cast speed, you've got your things like your mana pool. Like they're all these different little levers you can pull or buckets you can fill, which multiply together. That's the best way I can explain it without drawing it, getting like numbers out, which I can't do on the stream because I don't have it set up like that. But yeah, basically you don't want to get too much of each, you want to kind of split it across the two. Is there an outstandingly effective way to farm as of now, or is it more or less the same? I haven't really looked into it. I've just been spamming tier 15s and 16s. I'm not like some amazing farmer or anything. Like I could probably make like 50, 40 divines a day just playing the game. Like there's probably way better methods, but I don't really care for literally getting the best gear. I just want to play the way I want to play. I don't like min-maxing in terms of like buying all the little things you need. I just want to just sit there, pretty much alp and go my maps. I have not seen the Demon Form Spark build. Is it crazy? Is it quite strong? Yeah, Dano, once you get to like higher level maps though, you'll get them quite quickly. Like I think I got 2 raw divine drops today, whereas yesterday I got 5. But I made a lot of money through the trials today. I made about 30 divines through getting the shields from the trials. Yeah, but I'm also playing like 20 hours a day, so it's like what, 2 divines an hour? That's not that incredible. But again, if you wanted to make a lot of currency, just figure out how to craft. That's probably the best way to make currency. I'll show you guys how to do the bag thing, the gamble bag thing that I do. I'll do that right after this map if I remember before we go. Because I've made a bit of currency off that, like a couple of divines here and there. So the Trial Master cover. I was doing the Trial Master to get the shield. So I've been doing a lot today. Oh, that's pretty cool. Is it like broken good? Or is it just like okay good? Because thousands of spell damage to me sounds like it's broken and will get nerfed. Keva, I got 3 shields in about 6 runs, maybe 5 runs. I made one, so I literally scrapped it up and corrupted it, and I got the 3 sockets. I sold that for 15 divines. And then I just got 2 other drops that I just sold without making them. Yeah, you do the 10 waves and then do the Trial Master. But buy the Trial Master stuff beforehand, like the pieces you need. They cost like 40 exalts, and you get one back every time you do a run anyway. And yeah, you just get shields. I did one on stream before. Like, you maybe look at the stream when it's done, go back to like an hour, and you'll see what I did. I got a shield as well. Yeah, just send them. Just literally send them. You can do like 4 or 5 an hour. Clever use of game mechanics. It can be a clever use of game mechanics and still be broken enough for them to nerf it. My Spark DPS is 63k. My focus? That's my focus. You managed to find one dark on the market? Are you just putting in some searches? What numbers are people getting? Like, are we talking like 500k DPS sparks? Or is it just like pretty reasonable? Because that, if it's anything too ridiculous, it will get nerfed, I reckon. You have no idea about the Trial Master. How did you do your 4th Ascendancy? Did you do the Sanctum? Yep. That's it. You do 10 waves, fight him, get a shield. But you need to have the Cowardly Fate, the 3 fates. Like, have them in your inventory before you do them. Tony, use the mana one. I think it's called Neutral or Neural. Why so much DPS? What do you mean by why? Like, how? Or why have I done this? How? I'll explain tomorrow in my video update. Why? Because I can. And that's how I want to play. I'll go into a bit more detail tomorrow. With there's a lot of different ways. It's gonna take like 10 minutes to explain. So I'll write like a little notepad, and I'll go through them tomorrow in a video. Just about this time tomorrow, I'll do it, and then I'll put the stream on after as well. So if anyone has any questions. I have blink. I just weapon swap and I can blink. Paid for your 4th trial. I didn't do my 4th trial till I got back from holiday at level 93. Because that's how lazy I was. Alright, let's check how much isolations are going for. Has everyone done this yet, or are we still trying to get enough currency? Who's running Lightning Rod? How many people have transitioned to Lightning Rod? I wish it showed you in the tooltip. So annoying that it doesn't. Lightning Rod, it's like 1,000 exalts. I need all my 19 divs to do it. I think it's pretty good. If you haven't done it. Yep, 0 PS. I just basically... I don't even use Fork. I literally just use the Tempest. So if I want... I mean, I don't even use the Tempest. I one-shot everything at this point. But if I want to... I'll just use this. Because it will chain. So... But at the end of the day, I literally just kill it now. Because I have so much DPS, it one-shots all the trash. PS is still really good if you don't have Lightning Rod. But I think once you start getting Lightning Rod, it can go a bit crazy. Because this DPS, this is 63k DPS, and then Lightning Rod's giving another 40% on that. So it's like, probably not quite 100k yet. It will be, this will be 70k tomorrow, so it means it'll be over 100k with Lightning Rod. That's with no buffs. Like, obviously, if I have everything down, it can go to a crazy amount. So we can get over 100k tooltip quite easily. How did I get to 60k? I'll show you in the video tomorrow because I'm about to go to sleep and it's going to take me like 50 minutes to explain and I'm way too tired and my thoughts are everywhere. But I did a little bit of a respec. I got this jewel, spicy jewel. Doesn't give as much as you think, but it's pretty decent. My biggest upgrade is probably this focus. So 63k, 37k. So focus was a good upgrade. So +2 all spells with increased spell damage. Very good. And the other thing was... What was the other thing? I think that was it. Yeah, it may go up in price, but like I said, it's not that good. Like it's just a little bit more. Like, if you look at my actual DPS, it goes up like 3k, and my mana goes up 250. But literally, I could use a red jewel and get close to that. Yeah, the focus damage is kind of nuts. Literally, it like doubles my damage. So 37 to 63. Not quite doubles, but it's a lot. It's a lot of damage. So next, I'm going to get level 27 spark, because I'm using a 19. So I'll be able to get a 21 plus 6, so 27. This should be over 70k at that point. I'm hoping. And then we're going to go for breach rings, maybe upgrade the belt if I can figure out the res. Get a dual res here, dual res here. But that's going to take like a week or two, I reckon. That's going to be a big farm. I'm going to try craft my own rings though, which is going to be fun. If you had to drop, I would not drop cast speed. Cast speed's too strong for the build. You have to get both. Which is why these shields are so hard. Yeah, it's good. I bought this for 15 div today and then exalted the cog res on it. I got quite lucky. Left ring string fragments, Dino. It's not necessary for the build. I bought it when it was 20 exalt. It's now 4,000 exalt. No, 5,000 exalt. So don't stress too much. You don't need it. Nah, my ring's not doing a lot. Like, okay. I mean, it's 8k. It's not nothing. But this one with 20% cast speed and mana is also doing that. So you'd be able to match the ring. You just don't get the chill. I reckon 2 breach rings with the unique belt is arguably better than dream fragments. So I don't know. It's good, but I wouldn't overly stress about it. So yeah, I did this respec over here with these nodes. So it gives 7% increased mana and 12% of damage is extra lightning. That's what the jewel's doing. But I've had to spec these cast speed nodes to do it, which I don't know if it's worth, because I could have used these 4 points in another spot, and I did that by dropping these ES nodes. Oh, now I want to do a full bag. That's what I want to do before I go. Let's do that. Let's just clear my inventory. I keep forgetting about it. Alright. Let's put some of this away. I don't understand the damage though. I'm not far away gear wise, but far away damage wise. I've also respec these spell damage notes and dropped the 2 ES ones here. That was another little bit. What else did I do? Yeah, maybe the mana pool as well was just triggering it. Oh, what about the gem? Have you swapped the gem? I got considered casting instead of fork. I changed that. That could be it. So I'm not using fork anymore. I'm just using the straight more damage. So that's probably it. If you haven't changed this. All right, let's do some crafting. See if we can make an okay ring. At least a couple of divines would be nice. Oh no, I put it in the 8 Exalt tab and now someone wants to buy it. I'll move both of these over here. No, it's not speeding stars, so I've got that still to get as an upgrade. Full bag, let's go. Maybe. Yes. Maybe. Alright. See what we've got to work with. Dead. This one, let's see, what does it need to hit? It needs to hit maybe another res. It needs to hit cast speed. Cast speed would be nice. Cast speed would be nice. Life. Dead. Oh, we can chaos this. Oh, what did I drop? I lost a res. Alright, can do another chaos. It's pretty dead at that point. Dead. It's pretty dead. Pretty dead. Alright, this one's looking decent. We need to hit life on this, I think. Oh, we get mana. And fire damage. That might be worth a little bit. Dead. No, dead. Okay. It was pretty crap overall. Made one half decent ring. Normally make about 3 or 4 that are like this. It's not bad. Unfortunately, it doesn't have a life. I don't think this would go for much more than 2. If even that. That was not the greatest showcase of it, but I have made multiple divines from doing this. The CR work against monsters, yeah, so you just take that for free. You don't need it. You just take the chaos as extra. It's really good. Same on maps as well. Alright guys, that's the 3 hours, so I'm going to call it here. Thanks again for tuning in, especially the ones that came back from yesterday's, and also anyone new that's come in. Just thanks for hanging out. I have a lot of fun answering all the questions. So tomorrow I'll be on similar sort of time. I'll drop the video probably just before, and then I'll jump in with the stream for 3 hours, and hopefully I can get it on Twitch as well as YouTube for that one. Any tips for SSF Andy here doesn't get the amulet? Should I start with CI or is EB/mom better? I mean, you go CI either way, and then you can just do EB and mom a bit later once you have the mana regen. Oh, its current spark DPS 60 with my weapon out at 63. Anyways, thanks guys. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a great day. See yous.